YouTube, what is going on this morning? Welcome aboard, everybody. Drunk Pilot here. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday morning. We are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got the PMDG 737-800 loaded up. We are at Greensboro Triad International in North Carolina, my home airport. We're going to be flying Delta today. We're going to be mirroring a flight that my mom will be on later today. It's about 3:17 in the morning. She's going to be departing at around 7:05. So first flight is going to be from Greensboro to Atlanta, and then second flight is going to be from Atlanta to Bozeman, Montana. She's going out to visit my sister and her grandson, which is my nephew, of course. If you guys know anything about family and relationships and family. So I think without further ado, we can hop on into the cockpit. Time up in the air is 58-ish minutes. Block time 1 hour and 26 minutes at an altitude of 30,000 feet. We've got the split scimitar version, November 374 Delta Alpha, which is the actual airplane that she's going to be flying as well. So trying to keep it as accurate as possible. I'll get in a little bit more into it as we get started, but go ahead and power this little buddy on. So hit that battery. Get that external power and nav lights, logo lights, wing lights, wheel well lights. And I should be able to tell my first officer, let's start setting up.
Roger.
She was actually supposed to leave yesterday, but they ended up having a 3-hour delay out of Greensboro. Excuse me. So 3-hour delay out of Greensboro, which would have made her miss her connecting flight. So we just got her rebooked. For today. Got her trip extended a day.
Go ahead.
Let's take a look here. Thrust levers idle.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Fuel control for both is off.
5 out of 5.
Speed brakes up. Flaps up. Parking brakes is set. Landing gear levers down. Windshield wipers off and off. Good to go on all fronts there. Turn our packing packs on. Turn up some lights. And that is about it. Our first officer should put us into nav. I'll go ahead and dial us up to 30,000. Take a look at our weather. Wind 260, 15, gusting 31. So we're going to be taking off on one of the 2-3 runways. Visibility 6 statute miles. Rain. I don't know if you can tell. View at 1500. Broken 2100. Overcast 2700. Temperature 15. Altimeter 29051. And a little bit of wind. Okay. Had some pretty big storms blow through last night.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
And Hadley is still
To let you know that we've started loading.
reeling
Contact you again
in her
soon.
feelings.
Roger.
That is why you probably don't see her. She is currently behind me, right down here. She's been trying to get below my feet. She's been getting in underneath my computer or my desk and everything and messing up all the cables. So I spent a solid 20 minutes under my desk this morning. Had to drag my feet out so I could get, there was a display port cable that was unplugged. So that was fun. And just make sure I have my controls are good. Homie said he's out for the walk around. I'm good with that. Okay. Into the FMC. Nav database is still active for another 6 days. Go ahead and align this bad boy. KGSO-KATL. Set the fuel, set the payload, and select the route.
Routes copied. Go ahead. Hi there. Just to let you know that we've started fueling the aircraft. We'll let you know as soon as it's completed. Roger. Routes copied. Go ahead. Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the aircraft is now fueled with equipment. Roger.
Thinking it will go 2-3 left. It's longer and it's closer. So 2-3 left. Load. So yeah, yesterday was my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, ma'ams. She did not deserve all the junk that Delta Airlines put her through. And I don't know, I hate to hate on an airline because I don't do that. But I've never had any good experiences with Delta. It's like they've done this several times with my mother before. Every time I've been on Delta, I've never had a good experience. Not that it's been like a 3-hour delay or them shifting her flight by a day or anything like that, or any bad emergencies, but I've always had good experiences with United. That's just my airline. You know, people find their airline and they stick with it. So that just seems to be mine. 6.2. Yes, please.
Thanks.
12 for the cost index. Oh, didn't mean to fetch again. You know, people say great things about Delta. I know they've got great customer service. I was on the phone with them yesterday at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, they were able to rebook her flights and all that. But
Hello?
I don't know. It's
Hi,
just,
Captain. We're ready to start boarding.
like
Are
I
we
said,
okay to
it's
begin?
whatever airline you like.
Yes, you can start boarding.
People have different
worries.
experiences with
I'll get
whatever.
the rest of the crew organized, and we'll make a start in a minute or two once the passengers start arriving from the terminal. All stations, we're about to start boarding.
All right, let's go ahead and get our clearance. Clearance delivery, Delta 2181 with information Papa. Mother. Completed.
Air conditioning panel.
Checked.
Strobe lights.
On.
Autopilot.
Cancel checklist. Off.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Delta 2181 with information Papa, gate 31, request clearance. And now you're not going to give me clearance. All right, time to close ATC. When does Beyond ATC coming out again? Anybody? Anybody know? Getting sick of this. Actually, let me go into the menu. Is there an option to, like, no checklists? Delta 2181 with information Papa, gate 31, request clearance.
Delta 2181, cleared to Kilo Alpha Tango Lima via the Tango Romeo India transition Charlie Alpha Romeo Whiskey November departure runway 23 right, then as filed climb to 1000, expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be 126.6, squawk 2424, altimeter 29.51. Delta 2181, cleared to Kilo Alpha Tango Lima via the Tango Romeo India transition Charlie Alpha Romeo Whiskey November departure runway 23 left, then as filed climb to 3000, expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be 126.6, squawk 2424, altimeter 29.51.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Clear to Atlanta via the Tri-9 departure, Carwind transition, runway 23 left, 13,000, expect flight level 300, 10 minutes after. Departure frequency 126.6, squawk 2424, altimeter 2951, Delta 2181.
Delta 2181, readback correct, contact ground 121.9er.
121.9er, Delta 2181. 24. All right, departure. 23 left, try 9. Carwin, execute.
Glide slope. Pull up.
Arrival. Let's see what my ATC is saying for arrival.
Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed.
6 left.
Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink.
Expect 27 left.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps.
27 left. Aussie.
Glide slope. Bank angle.
Levi transition.
Minimums. 2,500. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain.
Too low flaps? No? Alright, winds are in there. I did!
Test. Pass.
Set transponder 2424, Delta 2181. Transponder to 2424, Delta 2181.
Hi, here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
See if we got a little bit of sunrise. And yes, I am using an add-on airport, so that is probably why the jetway is sending our passengers straight into catering. That's the only excuse I have. So, sorry about that. Traffic data terrain, traffic data. Okay. Request ATC clearance.
Good morning. Delta 2181. Delta 2181 is at the gate with the numbers, requesting ATC clearance. Okay, cleared to our destination as filed. SWAT code is as assigned. Delta 2181.
In case you guys didn't know, Greensboro has a Honda Jet facility. They make a lot of Honda Jets here, which is pretty cool. I've actually gotten in trouble before because I've been out at the fence line, pulled over. Let's see, I was near the tower. Trying to figure out where I was. I feel like I was probably over here somewhere. And airport police came and started asking me questions. I was like, no, I'm just waiting on my sister. I'm a big airplane nerd. They're like, oh, well, you can't be out here. I'm like, well, that's crappy. I'm behind the fence, not doing anything. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Windows heat, on. Pressurization mode selector, auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 269, altimeter 2951.
Heading 269, altimeter 2951. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Optimum. Alright, flaps 5. Let's go back to my performance, check out my N1 limit. I want us B rate of 44 degrees, takeoff 1.
Hello?
Hi, Captain.
Okay,
Everyone's on board.
89.4.
We're just awaiting the load sheet from ground. As soon as we have it, feel free to close the doors.
133.
I'll bring it to you as soon as they
We'll
send it.
climb 2 then.
You still have time to do the welcome announcement. That should pass some of the time.
Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight to Atlanta. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 30,000 feet. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be underway very shortly. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft has pushed back from the stand. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured.
127-136.
The weather is looking good, so it should be a
141.
nice, cruise level.
All
Once
that
we're
is in
airborne,
there.
There shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure
Our
out of the
D-rate.
airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favorable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination, but we will of course keep you up to date should there be any changes. The ground crew have finished loading the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, we'll be able to get going straight away. Thank you very much for flying with us, and I hope you enjoy the flight.
LNAV and VNAV are armed. Go ahead and contact our ground crew. Tell them we are starting our APU.
Go ahead. Stand by for ground power disconnection. We're starting the APU now. Roger. We'll monitor the startup from down here and let you know if we see anything untoward. Roger. Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We're waiting for you to close up. Once the beacon light is switched on, we'll contact you to begin pushdown. Roger. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and a total number of souls, not including yourself, here.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
All right, you can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll let the crew know, and we'll get closed up as soon as we can. All stations, please close doors.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ladies and
Have a safe
gentlemen,
flight.
welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact a flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. Also, review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat...
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using D-rated thrust with an assumed temperature. Landing a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. The crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with conditions and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I will then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I will initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure.
Roger.
If required, we'll
please.
perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1,000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is higher. Retract flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted at or above flaps up maneuver speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. set max continuous thrust, and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC-assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. LNAV and VNAV are armed. Flight directives are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Clear to close, short taxi.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for port safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft.
Go ahead.
Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all
Request pushback and start clearance. Delta 2181, request startup and pushback.
Requesting pushback and start clearance.
Thanks very much. Go straight ahead.
Okay, clear to push and start. Delta 2181.
Startup and pushback approved. Delta 2181.
our policy that you keep your
Cabin
seatbelt
crew,
fastened at
please
all
set yours
times
to
while
automatic.
seated.
Before start
Doors are
checklist.
clearly marked with exit signs and instructions
Before start
for door
checklist.
operation.
Flight deck door closed and locked.
Door is
MCP.
equipped with an escape slide.
V2141 heading 234, altitude 13,000 feet.
Takeoff speeds.
The cabin is pressurized if there is a loss of cabin
V1127, VR14136, V2141.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequence is 2 then 1.
Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back.
Start number 2 engine.
Non-smoking flight. Smoking is not
Start
permitted
engine
in
2.
the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Oil pressure.
I think I pushed the wrong direction. Oh, well.
Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Turn number 1.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure. Starter cutout.
Yeah, I'll be able to make it out of here.
Number 1 stable.
Delta 2181, request taxi. Flaps 5. Via Hotel Alpha, runway 23 left, Delta 2181. Alright, take a look at our flight controls. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Rudder. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. Flight controls check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generator on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Recall.
Checked.
Check. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground, good morning. Delta 2181, ready to taxi.
What the heck is this?
Hello.
Cleared to taxi.
Hi,
Delta
Captain. Just to let you know that the cabin
2181.
is secure for takeoff.
Thanks a lot.
I'll get the crew seated and secured as soon as you give us the word.
I will.
Everybody's heard. Clear left.
Clear right. Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
I'll tell you what's annoying. The windshield wipers on the Phoenix. That's a gripe. They are squeaky and loud and annoying. See if we can make a high-speed turn like United does in their 737s. On a slick runway. If anybody gets the reference, comment. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.9 units set. 4.9 units.
Before takeoff
119.1, Delta 2181. Request takeoff clearance. Delta 2181, runway 23 left, ready for departure.
Ready for departure.
Delta 2181. Line up, runway 23 left.
Cleared for departure.
Lining up, runway 23 left, Delta 2181. Before takeoff procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 23 left. Delta 2181. Takeoff.
Cabin crew, seats for
All
takeoff.
right. Just making sure, because I get hit for going to continuous due to rain. I get hit for my taxi light being on my FS flights. All right. Nonetheless,
Thrust set.
Airspeed alive.
knots.
80 knots. V1. Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate.
gear up.
Gear up.
Positive climb. Gear up.
400 feet.
Delta 2181. Contact departure on 126.6.
126.6, Delta 2181. Delta 2181, climbing 13,000.
Delta 2181. COTRI Niner. Transmission. CAR Whiskey November. Climb to 13,000.
Clear for the Tri-9 departure, Carwin transition, climbing 13,000, Delta 2181.
Delta 2181. Did you read?
Yes, I did.
Cabin crew, you're free to resume duties.
Wraps up. After takeoff checklist.
Stand by.
Okay. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Affirmative. That should be all right.
Okay.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Delta 2181. Affirmative.
Okay.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Yeah.
Delta 2181, contact Atlanta.
Autopilot on.
133.15.
133.15, Delta 2181. Delta 2181, 16,000 for flight level 220.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, which means you are free to move around the cabin. However, you are reminded that for your safety, we would recommend that you remain seated to prevent fasten at all times in case of turbulence or any other potential incident.
Proceeding as filed, Delta 2181.
Thank you.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Pass and flight level 192. Now.
We'll go ahead and set our minimums for ILS approach 27 left, 1199. Climb and maintain flight level 300, Delta 2181.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments we will be starting our in-flight movie. If you require headphones, please contact the flight attendant and we'll be happy to help. For those of you who brought your own, you can plug them into the armrest to the side.
108.5.
Channel 11 on the in-flight entertainment system. Thank you.
With a course of 275. Alright, so we're all ready to go there pretty much. So now, let's enjoy the outside views. 125.15, Delta 2181. Delta 2181, flight level 240 for 300.
Delta 2181, identified.
Thousand to level.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our up descent on in to Atlanta. I'll go ahead and set 12,000. That is what we need to cross Aussie. Seatbelt signs are on. You have to. I have control.
I have control.
No. I have control.
You have control.
Aussie, 250 knots, 12,000 feet. Let's go ahead and take a look at 27 left. That's 9,000 feet long.
181, descent to flight level 230.
Descending flight level 230, Delta 2181. Is this ATC actually gonna work? Like the whole flight? We shall see.
Once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. We should be arriving in around 20 minutes, depending on local air traffic, and I will shortly be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival.
Go ahead and take a look at our
Once that happens, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated.
weather.
You will be required to stay seated and secured until after landing. If you need to visit the toilet, it may be worth making your way towards one now. For now, though, I will wish you a very
260,
good morning
13
once again,
gusting
and I'll see you
22.
short while once we've landed.
Okay. Temperature 12, altimeter 2989. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Final approach fix,
Delta 2181.
2,800.
17,000. Altimeter 29.890.
Descending 7,000, altimeter 2989, Delta
Are you ready for the
2181.
approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 40 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 2,800 feet. Decision altitude is 1,199 feet. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Add 6. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 1050 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
Delta 2181. Did you read?
VREF 139, minimums 1199 feet.
VREF 139. Minimums 1199 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Descending to 17,000, altimeter 2989 or Delta 2181.
Delta 2181. Did you read?
I just read it back to you. I ain't gonna do it again.
Delta 2181. Descent 1000. Altimeter 29.890.
Sending 11,000, altimeter 2989 or Delta 2181. I should be showing on the approach chart, but I'm not. Should at least be in here, but I don't know if... Yeah, it should show in there. Gala 9,000, Posey 8,000 at or above. Silva 7,000 at or above. Rom 6,000 at or above. Cool. There we are. I guess it doesn't show in the inlay. Transition set altimeter 29er 89er.
Two 989 set passing 17,500. Now.
No way. Clear for the Aussie 1 arrival. Levi transition. ILS approach runway 27 left. Delta 2181. I just looked up my mother's next flight to Bozeman. She's flying a 757. That's funny. Her departure, her star, she's taking the Pencil 2 departure. She is flying a 757 out to Bozeman. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to text her. Like, do me a favor, please record the landing. I don't have a 757. I'm gonna have to load up prepared or something. Man.
Delta 2181, descent 9,000.
Descend at 9,000 feet, Delta 2181. I'm not at Aussie yet, though. Should be okay. 135.37 of Delta 2181. Delta 2181, 13,500 for 9,000. Clear for the Aussie 1 arrival, Levi transition, ILS, approach runway 27 left, Delta 2181. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters?
29 or 89 set.
2989 set. Approach checklist completed.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Approach cover, 9-3 Victor, passing 6,000, foot 4,000. 9-3 100, descend to 4,000.
1,000 to level, 10,000.
4,000, cover, 9-3 Victor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not.
Ascending 8,500 Delta 2181.
Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices, stow these devices, and then all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins of items we have shipped during our flight. Please stow your tray tables or return your seats to their upright positions and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Feel like they could have shifted the logo forward a little bit. Make the L right here. you know, put the L right here, and that way it gives some more link to the E. That's just my opinion. Not that I deserve an opinion or anything.
Cargo, that's 9-3 Victor.
Sending 7,500 Delta 2181.
To level.
Oh, it's a rainbow. Descending 6,500 Delta 2181. Cleared ILS approach, runway 27 left, Delta 2181.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for landing.
Thanks.
If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll make sure the rest of the crew are seated and ready.
I will.
Descending 5,500 Delta 2181.
To level.
All right, gonna get a little bit of a skip here. I hit the record button.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Clear final approach, runway 27 left, tower at the marker 133.42, Delta 2181. Flappies on the 5. That's my RAS powered off. Oh no. I'm way high. I wasn't even paying attention. We'll be all right. That was my fault, guys. Everything was going well on this flight. Something had to go wrong. Gonna be at 2800. 133.42, Delta 2181. Delta 2181 on final runway 27 left. Delta 2181 on final runway 27 left. Come on. Altimeter 29er 89er, speed to final approach speed, Delta 2181. Right, we're doing okay.
1,000 to level.
Cabin crew, please take seats for landing.
Tower 109er 9.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Line up runway 27 right. Lining up runway 27 right. 109er 9er. 109er 9. 260 at 3. Runway 27 right. Clearance for takeoff. Good line. Runway 27 right. Cleared for takeoff. 109er 9er.
Final approach fix, height checked, missed approach altitude not set.
I just said it.
Autopilot off.
Approaching 27 left.
1,000. 1,000 feet, stable.
Cleared.
500 feet. Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Minimums.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal.
Delta 218, left contact round.
4,000 feet
60 knots.
remaining.
Manual brake.
Exiting runway to the right. Ground on 131.87, Delta 2181. Well, that was right at an hour. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin.
Lights and doors.
Check.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us
Cabin
today.
crew disarm doors and cross check. Doors disarmed, no APU.
Well, alrighty then. Looks like you might be having some issues there. Just a little bit. A little bit.
APU on the buses.
Approaching 09 left.
Ground, America 426, start up and pushback.
American 426, start up and pushback approach.
True, America 426.
Not quite gonna enter the ramp yet. So we got a taxi all the way down to Terminal E. I don't know, that felt like a much smoother landing than 287 feet per minute.
Three minutes.
E33. E30. Take a left here on Sierra. Or Lima 7. It's actually a calm day in Atlanta, it looks like. Calm mornings so far. Not a lot of activity going on.
Ground, Spirit Wings 3066. Request startup and pushback.
Spirit Wings 3066. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. Spirit Wings 3066.
I'll park right over here where the fire truck is. It seems to be around E30. Just need him do a little scooching booching out of the way. This is not your gate, fire truck.
Cabin crew, please set doors to manual.
I can't see the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Once that happens, we will start deboarding, and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
All right.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Pro
Microphone
auto,
check is 5
hydraulic
out of 5.
panel, set flaps.
Roger. Cabin crew, the
Up.
aircraft is secure. Please open the
Parking
doors
brake.
when ready and begin
Set.
deboarding.
Engine
Okay,
start
Captain.
levels.
Ground power.
Cut off.
Stand by. We start
Weather
getting you
radar.
offloaded in a couple of minutes.
Off.
Off.
Roger.
Shutdown checklist completed.
All right, ground power, AC, fuel truck, galley, and loaders. Everything else looks okay. Apply ground power, shut off the APU. Pretty good parking for a fire truck being in the way. And let's see how we did on the flight. 99.5. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. 99.2 on the departure. En route 100. 99.2 on the arrival. I'll take it. Nope, not takeoff history. Takeoff report. I think it said my alignment was off. 23.1 feet left to 11 point. Yeah, that's because on the turn out, it dings me for that. And then it danged me for that, so. But I did not get ding-donged for the bounce. So it looks like they did end up fixing it, my support ticket. Let's take a look at our landing here. Glide slope. Congratulations on a job well done. Aircraft landing scored 98.2 is truly impressive. Hey. Break down your performance. Glide slope alignment was excellent. Flight control and coordination during descent towards the runway. Threshold height was good. Landing flare was excellent. Okay. Touchdown rate was good. Speed was on target. Touchdown point 839 feet beyond the touchdown zone. Reasonable distance. Touchdown position was very good. Alignment was good. Smooth and controlled rollout. Overall performance was outstanding across all phases of the landing process. Attention to detail and precise execution are evident in your high score. Keep up the great work and continue to strive for excellence in every landing you make. Dedication to safety and proficiency is commendable. Well done. They must have AI writing this. Excuse me. Looks pretty good on there. Looks pretty good on there. Pretty good on there. And looks all right on there. So I will take it. 165 feet per minute. And let's see what self-loading cargo has. B+. Got me rough on the landing rate. But other than that, pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that flight in the Delta. Changed it up for a little bit. And I'll be back flying American soon with 10-Bit World, My FS, A Pilot's Life, Chapter 2. So, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend, and make sure to stay safe out there. Make sure to love each other and love yourselves. Have a good one, everybody.
Pushback approved.